Hello folks, this is Steve AB4L. I just finished shopping at the big box store. Shall we take a spin around the big parking lot? Global leasing. Now hiring. There's a telephone number, folks. The website. I'm not promoting anything. I'm not recommending anything. The front says Argo Network Solutions. That's the cab. So they rent the trailer. Let's get a face-on view of this boy. Hang on a second. Looks like he's carrying a load of steel. I got that right? The sun's in the wrong angle. Alright, here's a pair of trailers, and there's a turn signal blinking on the CELADON. That's the one that's further away. And the washed out side of this one says large enough to serve, small enough to care. WLA are the initials. I don't know if he's waiting for me or I wanted to take a look at this. Okay, now, here's the deal. I've done this before. I can go online and I can put in the product serial number that's right there on the side of these long steel struts. SDI USA B266419-304, and then what it says is W24, which means 24 inches wide, and X131, so the length is 131 inches. This is the United States, so that's the way they would be. It's not in meters or centimeters or anything like that. And there you can see it again. And I'll bet you I'll be able to find that online with a Google search. Barnes Trucking, Lakeland, Minnesota. Does it make sense that they might have had steel mills up by the Great Lakes and they're transporting the finished product down here? Could be. I want to cut across. Yeah, that one that's sitting there definitely has. I'm watching the traffic, folks. Now, I believe we've seen Drew before. It's a bulk hauler. Drew Ag Transport, Greenville, Ohio. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Okay, last turn. Once the traffic goes by, it's Sunday. Okay, nobody coming. This one with the turn signal lights on, Osborne Transportation Incorporated. But that's the trailer. The cab is Starlight Transport Incorporated, Havana, Georgia. And the engine's running. So the guy's in there. Maybe he's getting ready to go. I like looking. Alright, and the guy in this vehicle that came up near me is definitely parked there, so he may have something to do with that trailer. I'm just being nosy. This is what keeps America supplied. If you don't know about it, truck transport is critical. First it was local wagons and barges on dammed rivers, canals. Then it became railroads, because roads never really became anything way back then. they had plank roads in North Carolina. That means wooden trees cut down and put across the road so you wouldn't sink into the mud in the winter, especially the 4 months, 5 months of winter and rains. And then after the railroad, especially in the 50s, starting in Fishel, after the Second World War, the interstate highway system began. And that superseded rail lines going even to local distribution. Are the rail lines still important? Yes, they're huge bulk carriers, but they don't supply local depots, agricultural and otherwise, like they did when I was a kid. Because when you go down to where the depot was in Asheboro, in a way it looks an awful lot like the one in my hometown up north when I was a kid. And just as those no longer are used that for anymore, ditto here in Asheville. So we look in the parking lot of the big box store to see what the activity is. Steve AB4L, just being nosy, having fun, saying see you in 73.